and just double check that my live thing is going. Oh wow, it's storming all of a sudden. Okay. Let's see, we go to my channel. Returning subscriber. Okay, we're going. So, and I'll keep, this is a live video, but you guys will be able to interact with me. So, I will be, answering questions and stuff, but I'm going to try to make this fairly quick. So, story is, Finalmouse is a very top mouse. 3310 sensor. It's held in pretty high regard, and because of that, they don't go very cheap. They start out at $70, and even the used market, they're going between $50 and $60. So yeah, here's the box, just plain white box. I managed to snag this off of eBay for a whopping $35 because I won the very first bid. And the Finalmouse is actually the same shell as a Razer Imperator, which I can show you guys real quick. Gotta get my bag of mice. Let's see, Imperator. There it is. So I'll go ahead and take this out of the box for you guys. And so I'm already familiar with the shape. Honestly, I think I really like the Imperator shape. It's a smaller mouse, which I feel like I aim slightly better with smaller mice compared to like the G400. I still will probably stick with the G400 for Battlefront because it rapid fires superbly. Oof, there it is. Oh wow, that's still in really good shape. Cool, he gave me a couple stickers too, I guess. I got this off of eBay from a seller. Braided cable. Okay. Yeah, I can actually tell that he hardly used this thing. Nice. Cool. Holy smokes, is that light. Oh my gosh. And I got like a big card thing too. Yeah, Finalmouse has been designed to be completely driverless. You can simply plug and play in any PC gaming esports environment. Pressing the button underneath the mouse wheel will cycle the DPI between 400, 800, 1600, 3200. So, let's go ahead and patch this back up. That is like shockingly light. Oh my goodness. I do like light mice, so that is something I'm already very happy with. So my plans for this mouse, if I'm not using it for Battlefront, you might ask, is other FPS games and work. I have used the Imperator at work, and I do really like it. But let's go ahead and do a quick comparison between this and the Imperator. So this Imperator I actually got for $7 off of eBay. Had a bad cable, so I simply just replaced the cable. And, yeah, now it's working. So the Imperator is actually a good mouse too. This is the 3.5G Imperator, which does have a very good sensor except for a Z-axis it has on it. It actually uses a different optical technology, and it's actually not optical, it uses Doppler shift. But anyway, I'll go ahead and hold these closer to the camera for you guys. There you go. So the Imperator, this one over here, you can see it also has the sliding, you can adjust where the side buttons are. You can slide them forward and back, which is nice. And the Finalmouse doesn't have that, but I don't know, Finalmouse buttons, they're a little bit, yeah, actually those are pretty good buttons. There's the bottom. You guys can see, I mean, I guess they changed the shell, but this shell, if you're wondering, you can actually buy this shell. It's just a standard OEM design. It's MotoSpeed V2. Wow, that is actually a phenomenally comfortable mouse. That is so light and it glides so smooth because it's so light. Wow. Okay. Let's weigh these suckers. So just as an example, as like a base point what I'm used to playing with, this is a G400S internally, externally MX510, and then I also reduced the weight a little bit by chopping it up, and I think this guy is around 94. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry you guys can't see that. There you go. 94 grams. And now the Imperator, which is the same shell, but will have a few little more gizmos in it. 100. Okay, that's about what I expected. And now the spec sheet for the Finalmouse 2016 Classic Ergo, I believe is something like 70 something. Okay, 86. I guess I was wrong. I might be thinking of the Tournament Pro or something like that. Yeah, 88. Huh, okay. Well, definitely feels very light in comparison to the Razer Imperator. So, let's go ahead and maybe plug this in and give you guys my first impressions of what it is, other than that it is awesomely light. Just real quick, I guess. So the DPI button's right there. It's glossy along the sides. This is like a, I don't want to say rubber, it is slightly rubberized. It's a textured coating. This LED will light up when I turn it on. Mechanical micro switches under there. These buttons are light. Left mouse actually feels very good. It's a very raw. The problem that a lot of mice shells have is they can, use the same exact Omron switch, whatever, but the shell, because you're bending a piece of plastic, sometimes they make them thicker than others, or they make it bending at a different point than others. Wow, that is a bright LED. Yeah. Some people complained about that. So these switches, they feel very... I think it does use Omron switches. I could open it up for you guys here. But it does feel very raw in terms of like how the switches feel. Scroll wheel is the texturing on the rubberized part of the scroll wheel. It actually feels like a rubber silicone. It's actually a little bit slick. It's nice and wide, which is nice, but it doesn't feel particularly grippy. The left mouse is grooved, which I really like that. That's something I like about the Zowie mice. This one's convex, so not as big of a fan of that, but hey, no big deal. Now, we can go ahead and flip this over to Star Wars Battlefront and see if it can rapid fire. I am not expecting it does, but we can give it a try. I will go ahead and add my webcam in here for you guys too. I'll turn off my speakers too. Alright. Oops, don't want to do multiplayer missions. Some battle. Battle on Tatooine, solo play. It feels surprisingly nimble. This texturing that's on the side here, that's like the dimpling right there, that actually doesn't really feel all that great. Why am I losing a bunch of frames? Okay. This is really choppy for you guys. Well, shit. Okay, well, let me just... Let me try game capture. We'll remove desktop. Okay. Still really choppy. Why is that? I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in game, and I will let you guys know what I think. Alright, middle mouse is actually kind of hard to press in. Ooh, I do not like middle mouse on this. Wow, that is very hard to press in. Compared to my G4. Well, it does definitely feel very good in the hand. It does feel very, it's kind of got the same sensation to it as the G100S did for me, where it feels very light and nimble. I feel like I'm in a lot of control with this. Rapid fire is not as quick, unfortunately. It is still consistent. It's not terrible. You just gotta slow it down. G400 is just a beast at rapid firing. Side buttons do feel very good. There is a sharp edge. Minimize this for you guys. There is a sharp edge on the side buttons. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, they are pointy right here, which is a pro and a con. It's a con because it is slightly uncomfortable. It does, it does feel kind of sharp on your fingertips. It is especially like the edge right there. But it is a pro because you can really feel where the button is, and you can kind of grip the button almost, because the edge will kind of dig into your finger more. This is actually a surprisingly good mouse. I'm curious to go do some public matches with it. Maybe I'll do that on a live stream or something. So I'm really excited to see how this works out. Honestly, my first impressions are great. I feel like, in terms of tracking performance, again, it's going to lag for you guys. I'll figure out why this is lagging. But in terms of, like, raw tracking, because it's such a light mouse, I have a very easy time staying on target compared to my G400. My G400, I'm kind of flexing my hand a little bit more when I move, versus with this, it's a more relaxed grip, but I still am in control very much so. That middle mouse feels atrocious though. Oh my gosh, that is hard to press in. I can actually measure. Okay, we're gonna do a little ghetto thing here real quick. So I'll take my scale and I'll press my mouse down on top of it until it registers a click, okay? Oh, you guys can't see shit. Okay, well, you'll have to go by my judgment. I'll switch scenes for you guys too. Okay. Okay. I want to do that test one more time. Okay. It clicks around the 140 mark. This is not at all an exact test. Yeah, that one clicked at 136. But let's just compare that to the Finalmouse now. Oh boy. We're at 240, 270, 300. Oh, wait, am I on the? I want to make sure that I'm not hitting any of the. Okay. Okay. Low 300s. So 140 versus like 300 grams in terms of like how much pressure I'm putting on the scale. So it is like quite a bit heavier. It feels gosh, it feels like those shitty buttons that are at like the gas station pumps where like, do you want a receipt, and you press no. It's kind of like there's a click to it, but it's It's so stiff. I'd almost rather have a spongy one than this, because this is honestly fatiguing. I have switched in Star Wars Battlefront. Not that any of you guys probably really care, but I have switched because I was using the G100S for a day, which doesn't have side buttons, and typically this is push to talk for me, and this is combat roll. Well, I switched over to voice activation on my voice chat, so I didn't have to use this side button anymore because the G100S doesn't have side buttons. And then I needed to find out a remedy for combat roll, so I was like, I know, I'll use middle mouse. I use V for melee. I know it's not a great key for melee, but I don't really melee that much. So I use middle mouse. And so, just now, going back and playing Battlefront and trying to combat roll using this really stiff, ooh, that's bright for you guys. This, like, super stiff, it feels very weird. So, anyway, alright. Enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and play some public matches or something. Maybe I'll live stream that with the Finalmouse, and I'll get back to you guys. So with that, thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, leave a comment down below, or, hit the subscribe button. Or if you have any tips for me that you want to see, or things that you want to see, mice videos or gameplay videos, again, leave those in the comments. If you have any questions, you have mice questions yourself, or Battlefront, or any questions, you want to know what's on my shirt, I don't know, leave those questions down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, thank you guys very much for watching.